This is the calling card you unlock for completing the Easter egg on Terminus. If you complete this Easter egg before Season 1 drops on November 14th, you get this cool variation with this gold skull. Additionally, you also unlock this really cool Maya operator variant, and you also get a boatload of XP. With that being said, let's jump into it. This is my recommended loadout for this Easter egg with the ASG 89 shotgun. You can build this however you would like. I also recommend the healing aura as your field upgrade. Additionally, if you're not doing this solo, someone on your team should make sure that they have the Mustang and Sally's, which is the GS45 pistols, or the LR762 sniper, as both of those pack-a-punch do so much damage to the final boss. Lethal and tactical doesn't matter, that's whatever you guys feel like using. For gobble guns with this pack here, the first one is shields up, which actually makes your armor twice as strong, as well as refilling armor on use. And then idolize here, it's all zombies ignore players and then just stand around, which is super helpful for the final boss fight you guys will see in this video. Perkaholic obviously give you the chance to get all the perks as well. And then Killjoy spawns the instant kill power up. This one is so important for that final boss fight. It's not even funny. Then the final one is free fire. Firing weapons consumes no ammo and does not work with wonder weapons, but still it's really good. Ammo is a little bit hard to come by throughout the Easter egg setup before jumping into that final boss. With that being said, let's jump over to Terminus and complete this Easter egg. After loading in, you're gonna want to turn to the right and turn on this rampage inducer. Leave this on for about 4 to 5 rounds to maximize your points, your cash, salvage, etc. Next, be sure to turn on the first of 3 amplifiers here to get the power turned on. Don't worry if you fail it with the rampage inducer, you can always try it again. Then once you hit round 5, go ahead and turn off the rampage inducer. The second amplifier can be found in the same room that has the Juggernaut perk machine right here. I highly recommend also keeping a crawler whenever possible to make sure you can maximize the number of steps you can complete before the next wave starts. Now, there are 3 total numbers that you are going to have to write down or memorize for a number combination later on in the sequence. The first number is going to be found right here, right next to the spawn. Look at the clock, and whatever the hour hand is on is your first number. So in this case, the hour hand is at 1 p.m., so the number is 1. Now, the third and final amplifier to turn on the power is found down in the bio lab, right next to the pack-a-punch machine. Turn it on and wipe out the horde of zombies that does spawn. You and your team should have about 5,000 points each by now, and you can go ahead and pack-a-punch your main loadout weapon. Now, it is crucial to collect as much salvage as possible because you are going to need the dead wire ammo mod. With the dead wire ammo mod equipped, hop on the pack-a-punch elevator as you're going to shoot 3 targets on your way up to the mainland. The first target is directly above you in the window to the right-hand side. Right after that, the second target is going to be on the wall to the right of that. The third target is going to be on the wall right behind the pack-a-punch machine. After shooting all 3 of these boxes, head back over to the living quarters building. Right above the second amplifier is another power box that you have to shoot. Then outside the living quarters on the same wall on the opposite side is going to be the last power box you have to shoot, and doing so will open this secret room. In the room on the left side on the ground is a zombie. If you shoot it, it will drop an EMF fob. Make sure you pick it up and head over to the rec hall. The second number is located on a playing card right inside this rec hall here on this bulletin board. So in this case, the playing card is a 7, which means our second number is a 7. So far we have a 1, 7, and then a blank. You will then head to the top of the elemental pop perk machine building, and in the back next to the perk machine is going to be a briefcase. Go up to it, interact with it, and it will give you the Resonator. The third and final number can be found in the engineering room on the back left wall in a giant written number. In our case, it is a 2. So our final sequence is 172. It will be different for you, so make sure you do check them out and write down these numbers in order. Now head back to that secret room, walk up to the computer and interact with it to drop the Resonator in the computer. Next, you're going to turn on 3 laptops that will reveal the secret code for that computer. The first location being right up here from the rec hall up the stairs to the left. Turning it on will reveal the first symbol. The second computer is going to be right outside from the stamina building over here to the right. Turn it on for the second symbol. And the third and final computer is all the way down here past Deadshot Daiquiri down by the water. Turning it on will reveal the third symbol. Head back to that secret room and access the computer. 3 sticky notes will pop up on the computer revealing the sequence. You can solve this in one of 3 ways. You can go in the back where the algebra equations are and do some math. You can also go back to the spawn and for 5,000 points get the actual access code solved for you, Or what I did, I went to a website which I will link in the description down below. You enter the symbols as you see them, and it will tell you the exact code without paying the 5,000 credits. After entering the correct sequence, the computer screen will show the map of Terminus and start rotating different pinpoints. You will need to know the location on the screen, but most of the time it is the island to the right. Before you leave that secret room, make sure you pick the Resonator back out of the computer by interacting with it. Now grab a boat from the biolab area and head out to that island. Once on the island, you will see a giant orb which you can run up to and interact and put the Resonator right below it. Now having your team here to help with the extra zombies is a huge help. The orb will then zap a zombie, and the zombie will have these lightning bolts coming from it. Eliminating that zombie will have it drop smaller energy balls, which you will have to pick up and bring over to the giant orb. The orb is then going to zap another zombie. You're going to have to eliminate that zombie and then pick up that ball and bring it back to the orb again. And then one more time, same thing. Orb zap zombie, you kill the zombie, you bring that ball back to the giant orb, and the orb will then lift up and shoot across to a different island. Be sure to pick up the Resonator before heading off to the next island. You will have to do this entire sequence a total of 3 times. I found that each island is in a clockwise rotation from each other, so just get in your boat and head to the next island. You will know it's the correct island when you see a green orb as your second objective. Place the Resonator in the orb, wait for it to zap a zombie, bring the smaller energy balls back to the giant orb 3 times, and it will rise up and shoot over to a different island. Make sure to pick up the Resonator again and hop back in the boat. As you approach this island, make sure you do pick up this shovel. It might come in handy later, but it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Same thing as before, put the Resonator down in the giant orb, wait for it to shoot the bolts. Make sure that your teammate is wiping out other zombies on the island, and just keep bringing these smaller balls back to the giant orb. Once the final orb is filled, a white flash and a nuke will go off on your screen, eliminating all the rest of the zombies on that island. The final orb will then vanish, and an ammunition will then drop in place of the Resonator. Pick that up as we are ready to build the wonder weapon. Back in the secret room, there's a workbench in the back right corner. Go head up there and just hold down interact to craft the beam masher wonder weapon. Head back down to the biolab and look for any of these traps here over the doorways, and below it you're gonna have to look for the trap that has a key card underneath it. This will indicate that it is the correct trap. Aim up and just shoot the wonder weapon at the trap, and it should drop a hard drive that you have to pick up. Oh, let's go. It worked. That was actually very easy. Travel back up toward the spawn in this giant window and drop the hard drive into this box right here. A short dialogue sequence will then commence. You can use this time to, again, buy perks, buy armor satchels, whatever you want to do. Get ready for the mini boss fight. Now, I recommend having at least 1 pack-a-punch weapon, 2 plate vest, at least a few perks. Your weapon rarity is at least green, and you have either decoys or monkey bombs. At this point, interact with the chamber itself here in the middle of the biolab, and this is where you're gonna have to input the sequence that we found earlier. So in our case again, 172. You will then have to turn these knobs in sequence with the rest of your team. There's only enough knobs for as many people in your team, so if you're doing this solo, there's only 1 knob. If you're doing with 4 people, there are 4 knobs, and they all have to be turned at the exact same time. The mini boss fight of Nathan is not too difficult as long as you and your entire team are all focusing on him. You do not need to eliminate every other single zombie, just the ones that are annoying you. Because once Nathan is eliminated, all the other zombies will die out. So make sure during this fight you're using all of your equipment, all of your field upgrades, communicate with your team. You can go ahead and try to get a train going in the right circle if you have the comm skills. Otherwise, you can also go outside of this middle circle area if you want to stretch the fight out a little bit more. But the beam masher also does so much damage to Nathan too, so whoever has the wonder weapon, make sure they use it on Nathan. After defeating Nathan, a cutscene will pop up, which you can skip. After the cutscene, immediately jump in the water and swim all the way down and grab the key card that he dropped. Next, head over to the communication room just down the stairs from the stamina perk machine. Walk up to this computer and interact with it until the screen says network connection error. Also, don't forget to grab your 3 gobble gums every round and kind of cycle them out until you have the ones that you want. Now grab another boat with your entire team. Head out to the abandoned sunken ship. Now, I recommend that 2 of you stay on the boat and 2 of you go up the ladder into the boat. Once at the boat, climb up the ladder, turn to the left. On this crafting table will be 2 nodes. Once you grab one, the door back down to the water will close, locking you in this room, and waves of zombies will start. You and your teammate will have to survive in this room while your other 2 teammates down by the boat will have to survive the parasites. The wonder weapon is a huge play here, as the left trigger will slow down the zombies, and then you or your teammate can take them out while they're all slowed down. And it's important to note that these 2 nodes have to be installed in 2 different locations on the map. So once you install the first one, you have to come back and pick up the second one. You cannot sprint while holding these nodes, so don't try that. It makes you very vulnerable against other zombies. After taking out the last zombie in the room, a max ammo will spawn and the floor will open up for you to drop back down to the water. Now start your search for the 2 locations that need the node. The first location is on this island right in front of the boat. Walk up to it, and if it's missing, you can install it and repair it, but your teammates will have to defend you. In our run, this one was already installed, so we're gonna move on to the next location. Be careful of the sea monster. I actually go down and fully die here from the sea monster. His gas will absolutely destroy you and your teammates. So unfortunately, I lost my perks, my wonder weapon, and the node. Dude, what the Thankfully, the rest of my team was able to finish out the round and I was able to respawn. So we ventured back to the ship, grabbed another node, and headed back to the biolab room and headed over to the cave system. Again, a reminder, you can't sprint while holding the node, so do not try that. Make sure that your teammate is with you to help defend against the zombies that do chase you. This node location is found if you hug the right wall over by the speed cola machine. Head back to the boat, grab the second node. The third location can be found underneath the elemental pop room on the beach. There are 2 manglers that spawn, so wipe them out and install the second node. Head all the way back to where that spawn again, and Peck will finally give you a hacking device in that same drop box that you entered the hard drive in. Teamwork is really important for this next part, as you are going to have to hack 3 different buoys. So I recommend that 2 of your teammates get into a different boat, and then 1 of your teammates drives a boat and you jump onto that one. The person captaining the boat that you are on are gonna have to drive you up to the buoys and make sure that you can get close enough to hack them by interacting with each one. The second boat is gonna have to capture the attention of the sea monster or this Patient 13 final boss here and draw that monster away from you, as Patient 13 does so much damage to you, your boat, and your teammates. Anyway, you can hack these buoys in whatever order you would like, with the first buoy being right here in the front of the sunken ship. The second buoy is going to be right next to that island with the purple shovel. Hack it and move on to the third buoy. The third buoy is right next to the rightmost island where you had the first orb challenge. But again, keep your eye on Patient 13 because he almost absolutely destroyed us in our run here. After hacking the third buoy, you will see a white flash on the screen, almost like the nuke effect. After completing the buoy sequence, a timer will then start during the dialogue sequence that commences, and you have 5 minutes to defuse 3 bombs back in the biolab. I found that defusing these bombs is actually pretty simple if someone is watching your back. There's 2 bombs on the bottom floor over by where you spawn the boat in biolab, 1 to the left and then 1 to the right here. Again, there'll be manglers and whatnot, so take them out with your teammates. Third and final bomb is underneath the stairs leading up to the conference room. Defuse that one, and the timer as well as a white flash on the screen will go away, indicating that you did this correctly. Now the next step is the final step, entering the final boss fight. So spend this time pack-a-punching your weapons, grabbing 2 or 3 plate satchels, upgrading weapon rarities, upgrading ammo mods, grabbing perks, grabbing self revives, and chopper gunners. I recommend that everyone has at least 1 or 2 purple or higher pack-a-punch 2 or higher weapons, but the chopper gunner is an absolute must if you're high enough level. Not only can the chopper gunner get you out of sticky situations with some of these zombies at the end, but it also does insane damage to the Patient 13 final boss. When everyone is ready, come down to that first floor of the biolab and interact with this door. Once you and your team vote yes to enter the final sequence, a cutscene will appear with this scientist woman getting absolutely wrecked by Patient 13. She's toast. Now it's time to defeat the final boss, Patient 13. Patient 13 is going to have a variety of weak spots depending on where you are during the fight, so make sure that you guys know where those are and are channeling all your ammo toward those areas. So for the first chunk of his health, at the base of his arm is going to be the first weak point. Now use these dumpsters on either side of the room to hide from his attack. I also found that the teammates with the Mustang and Sally's and the pack-a-punch sniper rifle that shoot grenades and rockets and do insane damage, they should be firing all of their ammo toward Patient 13, whereas the teammates that do not have those weapons should be clearing out the other smaller zombies that are coming at your team. Now, this would be a great time to use the chopper gunner. Again, I mentioned this does so much damage toward Patient 13. It absolutely melts him, but also gets you out of sticky situations. I will mention that every about third of his health, he will go underneath the water and you cannot do damage to him. So don't waste your chopper gunner on that sequence. Yeah, that's totally not what I did. Chopper gunner right now.
Oh, and he's not even out, bro. Oh. I just wasted that chopper gun. That's crazy.
So once again, while he's underwater, this is gonna be a great time to replenish ammo and plates and whatever else you might need, including gobblegums as well, as the zombies that do pop up here in the first part after he goes under the water, they drop tons of ammo and plates. Patient 13 will then come back out of the water, and his weak point is gonna be his mouth. If you have grenades or any kind of other explosives too, you can chuck it right into his mouth and it's gonna do a lot of damage. Then after firing at his mouth for quite a bit of time, then the weak points will move to his arms, these giant yellow orbs. This is where that insta-kill gobblegum comes so clutch. Trickster pops this right here. Not only are we able to keep the other smaller zombies away from us, but we're also able to do amplified damage toward Patient 13 as we shoot those yellow orbs. After dealing enough damage to those yellow orbs on his arms, they will explode, and then the weak point goes back to those orange parts near the base of his arms. He will once again slip below the water once his health is down to about a third of his total. While he's underwater, you guys will see his arms in the far distance. Shoot those out, as we found that Patient 13 comes back faster once those arms are taken out. Now be careful about getting too close for comfort. He will grab you and he will eat you and he will spit you back out, instantly knocking you down.
Oh no, no. Shoot him in the mouth. Oh, I'll be dead.
Luckily, I have a self-res, as well as our teammates had healing aura and whatever, so I was able to quickly get revived. Now, when he is emitting a blue color, his weak point is going to be the top of his head. So fire away at those little blue openings in his head. Now, I know I sound like a broken record, but this time right here is the primary time to use the chopper gunner, because his head is a huge target to hit when you're in the chopper gunner, and nothing else is blocking you from hitting it when you're in the sky firing down on him. Now make sure that you're also using your gobblegum, especially when these amalgams spawn. They do crazy damage to you and your team. So actually when they spawn, make sure that your entire team actually focuses fire on eliminating those as fast as possible. You also have the chance to unlock the Freedom calling card by eliminating an amalgam by shooting 5 of its body parts 3 different times.
Yeah, he's dead. Focus on the main boss now.
Now the ending of this fight gets absolutely chaotic, just like the Liberty Falls Easter egg, so make sure that you remind your team to use their gobblegums, their equipment, their field upgrades, whatever else they might have to help you with this final push. But after all that, finally, I think we did it.
Focus him right now.
The eyeballs on the head.
I think we got him.
He's dead.
Yeah, we got him. Let's go.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
Wasn't worried.
Not one bit.
Ah, the sweet taste of victory. But there you have it, the Terminus Easter egg, as well as the No Mo Modi achievement here in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Let's go! You see all 5 of these sticky notes right here, Chad? All 5 of them? Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
You show me a mega boss and zombies, I hit with my fire energy right there. You see that? We'll be covering every zombies Easter egg here in the game, so make sure you guys do subscribe. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Top box is that previous video like always, and that bottom box is a mystery video just like always. I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Have a great day.